Hello, good afternoon to Brussels then. That should help Miss Michelle test her computer audio. This is be a routine for her now, just like the routine for this guy to make sure that he's broadcasting the proper screen to the audience out there. So how is it? Good morning to Canada, traders. Welcome for it is 8:45, or at least on the east coast of Canada. If you're in Vancouver, it's currently 5:45 Pacific time, and those catching us from Singapore, where it's currently 8:45 p.m. on Thursday. We hope by the end of this when we are Thursday, at least stateside, some of your accounts may be in a different shape that they may have been this week. More on that shortly. So let's go ahead here. I mean, we have a quorum for us. I mean, if okay, good, Miss Michelle. If we even have five people, that's what we are used to. Let get going as the agenda may be a little bit. I don't know if it's really there's any law. So I want to this morning, as you know, I just want to use this opportunity for those who are coming here to get something else than maybe what they're getting. So let's review a little bit today for the subscribers. That's I mean I only have subscriber on the line, right? The playback of 14 people are just people from YouTube picking up some of those. Let's review a little bit. Something that was the topic of. The daily market recap yesterday, which is the win rate. So do I have? So we're just gonna go to that Excel and explain what it is. So we could bring you over this type of question of the type, hey, uh, is it better to have 100% win rate and that win is I don't know 10%, whatever number you put there, or have a much lower win percent rate, but that every time that you win, actually you are winning I don't know, 10 baggers just randomly. Because somebody is telling me that this system has about 17% 10 bagger win rate. Yeah. So, but that's for some people is not so settling. So here, this is what was done. Let me explain what yesterday video is because it's good actually. Trust me, I appreciate feedback in any shape or form. And trust me, I'm getting it right. I'm in the public eye, so I want to be more in the public eye. That will really, really be a testimony of what has been going on here at Successful Trading. So we have had this is week number 10 for us, right? So on every single week, we are tracking what the stock that's we're recommending, the so-called Successful Trading AI is recommending. So we trade options. Yeah, I know, and I've been reluctant to this because a lot of people out there, trust me, they go on my website and they eye me because if you don't know people from my website, they can actually speak with me live, saying, "Hey, they only trade option. Will my system be okay for them?" For me, I'm hesitant because what's going to happen when the market is fully red? So for you out there on the YouTube line, on Google land, yes, money is to be made when the market is tumbling, and a lot of it. In order to do that, you need to trade options. Yeah. Or you need to have the ability to short the stock. Yeah, that's another possibility. If you are not familiar with those concepts, then yes, some of the things that we are talking about here in this channel, they may not make sense to you. So even maybe I will be hard pressed to say even some of my subscribers, that's a concept to them because a new concept to them because I've had people who told me that, oh, they have never traded puts before prior to coming to our system. Yeah, it's a fact. So hence for successful trading, as long as the market is moving, options will make money, up or down. And when it moves, we want it to move actually as violently as it would like in whatever direction. Yeah, because we know how to take advantage of any one of those directions. So that's why when we are looking at this data, you need to understand that, right? So in yesterday's video, we were saying that, hey, how are we going to calculate the so-called win rate percentage? Yeah, because guess what? If I take a trade on option, trust me, I can do that all day. Yeah, I can trade 3-minute trade on SPY on whatever. Bang, I get $10 win. I count that as a win. Yeah, what have I accomplished at the end of the day? Not much, if you ask me. But you can count that as a win. So you get a bunch of those, and trust me, if you know what you're doing, it's not that difficult to get a 10% win on on SPY on a single day, every single day. Yes, it is possible. But I mean, so the so-called win rate. So I asked actually the gentleman. Oh, by the way, the person who asked that trader, he's not the first one. He's not the first one. And Mr. Lewis, he actually he subscribed to the Successful Trading account. This is Mr. Lewis. He's a follower. So hey, it's all good. So don't read much into it, folks. Okay, I kindly reply to him. Trust me, there is a reason why I use that title. It's called SEO. I've explained to you that what's happening on YouTube is actually helping the blog called Successful Trading. Yeah, the only reason why this YouTube channel that most of you came from exists, because I needed to do that to support the website. So everything that's written on there, don't take it just on a first level basis, because Google folks own YouTube, yeah? And Google is hosting. Google is the one ranking my so-called blog that's enabled me to have this little 15 minutes of fame, if you want to call it that. So meaning there's something called search engine optimization, meaning Google knows how to read all social media, everything that happens on there. So when they see Successful Trading exchanging with just an audience out there, it's actually a good thing. If, let's say, it's a positive thing. So just keep that in mind. So don't worry about Mr. Lewis. we are good. We are good. So let's go back to the spreadsheet and explain which that I did yesterday. Because, so by saying that, so for me, what I said, right, is saying that for us to consider something a win in option, because that win, I quantify it even in the video, right? A 4% move is going to give us substantial percentage gain in option. How much exactly you guys should some of you should be appraised of that by now. I mean, 4%, it can give you starting 100% or more. I'm being very, very conservative, as you know, right? So hence, that's what's my criteria to say, okay, a movement of 4% in the stock in either direction. Because if it's minus 4%, that means you were in opportunity to trade puts, yeah, and make money on it. If it's plus 4%, you were in a position to trade calls and made money on it. So every single week here, I counted the number of times, the number of stocks out of the list of our average number of trades is what, folks? 13. You should know those numbers by now, right? If you don't, here they are. Does that mean that we are trading 13 position option on a per week? I hope not. I surely do not. If you're out there and doing that, I mean, I don't know, more kudos to you. I certainly don't. And I know some of you who, in our coaching, your first concern was, hey, let me reduce the number of trades I have. And I said, yes, I do agree. But in any case, because, hey, somebody could look at this at the beginning of the week, whatever, right? For us, we have a method by which we pick something to trade, and it's moving. But some of you, I know, you are still in the sense that, okay, I see the list. If I like ABC stock, let me jump in no matter what. And that's, my friend, it's at your own risk and peril. If a stock is not moving according to at least the guidelines, I don't trade it. I wait the next day. Cash is a great position. I kid you not. So we are counting the number of stocks that are moving by 4% or more. That's what this formula here. It's a fancy things on anything, but hey guys, at some point we have to do fancy things too. Yeah, it's not that fancy. So I'm just counting them and dividing them by the total number of stock each week. And it's giving me a so-called my win rate, if you will. So my win rate, some people could say, hey, win rate if maybe the stock move 1%. No, for me, I'm making it even more stringent. Yeah, it has to be at least 4%. And despite doing that, these are the number I get. Oh, the second week, we had 10 of them. Yeah? We only had 10 of them. But my friend, on that second week, would you have liked, because I traded win on this week, yeah? I guarantee you that on this week, you traded win just by itself, yeah? You got your 1,600% or whatever the equivalent in option is, this 2,400%. All of these other trade, even if you took them, they would have upset that. Well, the delta on here was 47 up on the stock, yeah? So if you were to take MU or Western Digital as well, so the four that made it that we are only at 60% here are these four, yeah? We need to understand that because they didn't move by more than 4% in either direction. So 60%. But this 60% win, I guarantee you, in terms of option, would have paid you way much money than this 92% win. Yeah, maybe not. Let me rephrase that. But that's a possibility. You need to keep that in mind. Yeah, when learning how to trade option and how to be successful in this business, you need to understand that, okay, a big winner is better for you than maybe a bunch of small ones. You can actually have, let's say, a losing rate of 50% and still be very successful in option trading because of how you manage your winners. And if you know anything, we teach you how to do that. And we want to share that with our broader audience in the internet land on there. So this morning, we're taking the opportunity to explain the nuances in reading the so-called win-loss rate, because at the end of the day, my friend, it may be hiding things that you don't. But in any case, successful trading now is tracking it, yeah? So week after week, we did that on here. And again, the data is here because at least I have you guys at the subscribers at witness. Is not just something that I made up afterward. We have a Discord room where it's stamp, and we have all of this data. So we summarize all of that data here week after week, and we're going to continue doing that forward. And that average came out to 87% of the time. So 87% of the time, our stock that we provide guidance, they move by more, at least 4%. That's how you had to be reading it. So a stock moving by more than 4%, my friend, in option, that's money. That's good money. That's good money. So I want you to take that opportunity because, again, this broadcast, right, is live on YouTube. So even the outside folks, they get to see that. It's not just you guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. And again, you are not seeing the right screen. Fantastic. Oh, Jesus. I will get there one day, folks. And I'm sure I have messages on my phone that are not right. And the fact that this thing is delayed doesn't help. So, all right, so I have to wait a couple of minutes for you guys to see the screen. And no problem, we have plenty of time. I'm going to go through it again. Yeah? Thanks, Mr. Beto. I hope the explanation helps. And it's needed. Trust me, it's needed. Mr. Luis is fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about Mr. Luis. But it's really needed really for even people inside, all right? So for me, it's really my first audience is people inside. The outside world, yes, for sure. Because there are people who actually, they are taking advantage of some of these tutorials to make money. So now that we have our Excel, I cannot believe I did it again. So we have our Excel. Let me just quickly go in there and repeat, right? Repeating is not bad. That's where at least knowledge is entered, right? So we have a tracker with our stocks. That tracker is a simple Excel spreadsheet. I mean, I have fancy, obviously the computer that generates this thing has all of this thing coded in there. It's just that I spit them out in an Excel in a simple way instead of coming and showing you that's a proprietary secretive computer. So week after week, this was week 1 here, May 25th, the week starting on. So the date is the week starting on. That's how you need to read it. So, well, actually here, in that case, I need to be consistent because that week ended, so started on May the 25th. A stock and the movement that it made in either direction. A minus 11%, that means that the stock went down as low as minus 11%. A plus 29%, yes. AAL, some of these numbers, they may be like, is it true? Yes, you can check. It's an $10 stock at the time. So 29% wasn't a big deal at the time. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, yes, they did move by that. You can go and check them out. So we take these numbers and say, hey, if a stock is moving by more than 4%, at least 4% or more in either direction, we count it as a win. Why? Because a win in option, a movement of 4% on the weekly options is guaranteed to give you at least 100% on the, it's depending on the time that you took that trade. It can be even much higher. Yeah. If on a Friday right now, so let's say today, hopefully I will be able to get some fine trades for us for tomorrow, since the week has been so far. If one of the stock that we trade for tomorrow move 4% in either direction, we wake up on Friday, my friend, it's not 100% that you're going to be getting under. Way more. So that's what we are doing on here. So our criteria is really stringent, meaning by all standards, this is like, wow, over the top. So 4% at least, meaning you move 3 minus 3.8, for us is not a win. That's a loss. Yeah? Are you kidding me? That's a loss. So hence, we didn't get 100% on here. But had there been week where we got 100%? You betcha. This week, for instance, we got 100%. Everything moved by more than 4%, by at least 4%. Was that the only week? No, here's another 100% week. All right, so we gather these numbers across all the 9 weeks that we have had so far, and we summarize them here in this summary document. Our average move per stock, again, is 9%, yeah? So hence, that 4%, folks, is halfway for us. So the average, the stock that we trade, they move 9% in either direction over the first 9 weeks. Yeah? So 4% for us is really, we're picking the biggest one. Yeah? So, and in that case, 87% of the time, we are getting that. Just be mindful when you read these numbers inside on the internet, 87%, yeah, trust me, somebody could say, oh, my win-loss rate is 90%, but what? On a stock moving 1%, what are you going to make in them in option? Not much. So just be appraised of that. I hope that this is going to clarify a lot for both our subscribers and the outside world. All right? So it is currently 9 a.m. Eastern in Toronto, 6 a.m. Pacific time in the beautiful city of San Francisco. We have a lot of traders on there. So, yeah, one day, Telex will get there. So, let's switch screen and take a look at what's the pre-market have in store for us in terms of U.S. equity. Early in pre-market, for those who are following Successful Trading tweet feed, yes, Successful Trading actually have a Twitter account, believe it, and is active. Miracle. You may have seen, I'm not sure what, if there was, there may have been a tweet or two about Europe. And Europe, Germany more particularly, the DAX was down a lot, almost to the tune of 3% at some point. That was before, let's say, the initial job claims number. I haven't seen them, to be honest with you, because I'm just so tired of. Somebody asked me, was it yesterday? Oh, do I follow after hours and pre-market? My advice to you, actually, not to pay attention to that, folks. I don't know. I mean, I know some of you can tell me, yeah, but what if I have a position? Guess what? We teach you here at Successful Trading that your position that you're carrying overnight, yeah, whichever direction that they go into, your setup should be that you should feel extremely confident that, hey, it goes hard bearish, you make money. It goes super hard bullish, you make money. So hence, why waste your emotional energy to look at after hours on things like that? We don't trade earnings. We don't need the rush of adrenaline at 4:30 or 4:16 that, because today is a big day of earnings. So, Apple is up or Amazon is up. Nah. We're over that. We mature from that, folks. And it takes time, trust me. It takes time. You will eventually get there to say that. But why? Because there's a life. Well, though some of us were in lockdown, there's the life after trading. After spending 6 hours or 7 hours just looking at this computer, for me, I like actually to break. So after hours, after we finish the show or the broadcast, I have other occupation that I gladly immerse myself into. So that said, I mean, you can do whatever, but I've known that, hey, tracking pre-markets can get people emotionally drained. And trust me, the subconscious has this weird way of working. That's how you get into a spiral. And at least based on the feedback I'm receiving from some of you, I think it's of a value to be mindful of that. We are currently looking at US equities. Everything is red. Or maybe my burgundy, is it burgundy or is red? I don't know. I mean, we don't even have good lighting on here. Come on, successful trading. How can you be successful? You say you're successful, you don't have good lighting. This is a joke. But my burgundy shirt matches the current color of US equity, right? It wasn't Monday that we had the red one. It was Tuesday, on put scalping Tuesday. I don't even remember what happened. But in any case, the here today, I mean, it has been a while since we saw a pre-market with SPY down 1%. Really, I don't know. Somebody do that quant analysis for us. When was the last time SPY was down minus 1% in pre-market? How many days has it been? So, and then subsequently with the same data set, when was the last time SPY lost 3% or something? As of now, this is the beginning of it. There are big earnings after hours, right? So let's share them on here. Yes, we can share them on here because we're on the right screen. So in pre-markets, who was reporting in pre-market? There was a bunch of heavy hitters in pre-market. Was Procter & Gamble in pre-markets? So the pre-market in here inside of Power E-Trade are indicated in green. But I am having, okay, so some oil companies. So ConocoPhillips, for instance, reported. I don't know what they reported. But I know that after hours, the big techs will be reporting, right? So let's quickly take a look on here. I know some of you cannot wait. So Apple is reporting after hours. So who else is reporting after hours? Facebook is reporting after hours. All right. Gilead is reporting after hours, though it's not a big tech. It's a biotech. Yeah. Google. So this is Google, and this is the other one. It's parent company, Alphabet. So that's the difference between G-O-O-G and G-O-O-G-L. So this is Google and the parent company, Alphabet. And let's see. I forgot the big elephant in the room. Amazon is reporting after hours. So yes, this flow of option after hours, folks, most likely going to create that I don't know, binary event, whatever, tomorrow in terms of the overall, especially on QQQ, right? So watch out for the setup on QQQ going into Friday. So meaning, is this an opportunity that for you in the last 15 minutes, meaning even at 4, 4, 4:10, 4:16, because some of them, most of them, they will come at 4:15, I think at the earliest. You can trade your stronghold on QQQ if you know what you're doing. That's just some potential ideas on there because it's a binary event. And QQQ, the volatility on it will just be so much that. So worst case scenario, you lose on both directions, if it's just flat. And I say that with a straight face. Oh, worst case scenario, you lose on both directions on the stronghold. Telex, what type of proposition is that? All right, let's stop joking on here and let's take some questions. I mean, let me flash the watch list, the larger watch list. I'm still on the correct screen. All right, I have to pinch myself how many times now each day. So Deutsche Bank is down minus 6%. Jeez, remember since we started talking about Deutsche Bank, it never made it to $10. Right now, it's just every morning is red. See a lot of red on here. Some oil companies, so Halliburton, for instance, down minus 2%. Even FCX, the mining is down. Wow, FCX started the week bullish for us. It made some money for some of us, right? So I don't know if you took Strangle or whatever. It has 2 days there are a lot of red. All right, so the market may be settling into a red here. Red except for this one, Qualcomm up 11%. Oh boy. If you have a call option on Qualcomm above 100, congratulations, my friend. It's definitely simmering. FedEx is up as well. I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, here's one that's Mr. Thomas, I remember I let it go a long time ago. Trust me, I don't dwell when a stock is not moving, especially if let's say I have like say a setup. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do a certain thing. I have no patience whatsoever because there's so many of them. Why hang my head into waiting for a stock to make a move? So when I let that setup go, and if it's not alerting, I'm fine with that. So win is up to 2.6%. Go figure on a very red market. Yeah. So those are the reality that's we are dealing with. So let's go ahead and take a question. So take questions or two. So have a look at MMM. Oh, people are ready. You see, they know the show, folks. You see, these are the type of members that you need. They know the show because they are there every single morning. So they are there to alert you when you are sharing the wrong screen. They know the next segment in the show. So let's take a look at 3M and NTAP, stock that I don't know anything about. But hey, speaking of which, before we do that, I want to quickly go into one that yesterday, right? Because some of the traders, they traded this Kodak thing yesterday, Kodak stock yesterday. I just want to show something. I want to show. I don't even know the ticker for this thing, but believe me, actually, because of that's the so-called Twitter accounts. I want to show something here very quickly, if you don't mind, folks. So please, Cyril, you're gonna apologize if we run out of time and we don't take your stock, because again, one of the goal is teaching in this thing. So any opportunity that I have to teach, I will gladly take that. Here's what I'm doing. On my left-hand side of my screen, which I'm not sharing, you see, I caught myself. I caught myself. I could have been going boom again. So just 3 seconds wait, and then we are both on the same screen. Yes. So I'm looking at the stock of KODK, which over the last 48 hours or a little bit more, went from $2 to a high of 59 yesterday. Yeah. But in pre-market, somebody here, I don't, my apologies if I don't remember who asked me to look at it. We looked at it, and I was making this joke about it's being a penny stock, and I said no, it's no longer a penny stock, meaning that remember what I do, right? As stocks start appreciating, I take interest in them. I kid you not. We did that with Snap, which is now part of our watch list. So maybe this one will become part of our watch list. But I want to go to yesterday and teach on something. The famous criteria that we have. You could have traded this yesterday, folks. I know you could have. A lot of pro. I can say I know of at least 2 people who have shared with me that they traded this successfully and they made money on it. So, but what I want to teach this morning is use, because the setup on it, look, you could have traded that using the famous video, bullish or bearish. Yes, you could have. But my teaching opportunity this morning, if you do not mind, on the left-hand side, I'm going to be showing the 15-minute chart. Yeah, this is how we know that. I know that I'm on that one because it's the one with the blue rectangle. And then on the right-hand side, they're showing me AMD. I don't care about AMD at this stage. KOGK is the stock that I want to have on my right-hand side. I invite you, though I'm doing a terrible job at it here, to study where will your entrance criteria be using the bullish setup, because we know that it's bullish, but at the time you don't know if it's going to be bullish, because when we were looking at it in pre-market yesterday, yeah, it was at $19, but it was really showing momentum, because I remember on the live feed, you can go watch that live feed, it was like 18 something, and then it started going incrementally in pre-market. So there was some momentum. But upon opening, and I was watching this, I kid you not, I didn't know anything about this stock prior to somebody bringing it up. I was looking at the options. They were very liquid for a stock that just, and I said, yeah, I think in pre-market even, I said that they just created, the market maker just created further strikes. So the highest strike that they had was 22.5. Yeah, I kid you not. So this stock yesterday was going to 36.44. There was no 46 option expiring in October. It has only monthly options, right? But my teaching here is this, folks. Look at the 5-minute chart and convince yourself where would have been your entrance criteria, and look at the 15-minute chart to the left-hand side and convince yourself where would have been your entrance criteria. Really. If I had time, which I do not have because I need to go look at the chart that the good people say, go. If you have a TradingView, the pro version, use the replay button, yeah, on the 5 minutes and on the 15 minutes and convert. This is a great teaching opportunity. Last time I missed that on FedEx. The day that we made 600% on FedEx, they did a head fake of that type. They did this head fake yesterday on this stock. Yeah, the first 5 minutes candle is green, and then we start with a higher high, but we close below VWAP. Closing below VWAP, posting lower lows. My friend, that's a bearish setup. Though we did we hit quite a new low of the day? They almost did. Yeah. So then it skyrockets. We're on the 15-minute chart. You were to be patient. And the first time at 6:45, 9:45 Eastern, it's closing above VWAP, yeah? And then somewhere in this candle, it's giving you a new high of the day because we say that after the first candle, what the first candle gives you, remember that, folks. The first candle gives you your high of the day, your low of the day so far out of that candle. You can actually set an alert in for both of these to say, hey, alert me when this stock hit a new high of the day. So new high of the day here was 22. So your alerts would have been, hey, when I'm above a new high of the day, oh yeah, I have my bullish confirmation because it's going to be above VWAP. And if I post a new low of the day, alert me as well for the other direction. This is how you would have been able to confidently trade. And again, the knowledge that we give you here, folks, if you really, really embrace it and make it yours, you can trade any stock possible. The only thing that's the only thing, which is a huge thing, right? That's the successful alert they give you because they are studied to have a high probability of moving. So you don't have to, though on certain weeks they are slow to move, we know that. You don't have to guess that, oh, let me use a scanner or whatever. Successful trading AI is a scanner, but it gives you those trades ahead of time. I hope that this is going to resonate in a lot of people's mind and somehow, again, confirm some value. So let me somebody is saying hello in the Hangouts, and I'm telling them that we are on YouTube. Though when I press that message there, I think it goes to everybody. Yeah. So yes. So that's that on there. So hopefully that's resonate with some of you. Have a look at 3M and NTAP. So very quickly, 3M and NTAP. So let me go back into single chart on here. Triple M. Hopefully, okay. Triple M, I'm going to spend 30 seconds onto it. This is the 15-minute chart, so that's not going to help us. This is the daily chart, and we closed the last two. It's had an earning. It tanked. Some of the verbiage. From 163 the previous day to yesterday, 157. So, okay, we came down, and it's trading below moving averages. As you know, I said yesterday, trading below moving average, that's a bearish by nature. But again, apply the same technique, right? Meaning that that's methodology of, hey, posting lower lows or posting higher highs, it gives you a trend. Same thing, you can apply that on any time frame. So when you're analyzing chart like this one on the daily, yes, you're going to be bearish when it posts a lower value below 153.80. So let's say below 153. And it can resume a bullish uptrend if it goes above the moving average. In this case, we have the moving average, exponential moving average 8 period at 158, and the exponential moving average 20 period at 157.60. They're virtually identical. Yeah? That's as much time as I can on that one. So NTAP, NetApp, NTAP. Yeah, that's the name of it. So NTAP, what happens? Okay, so we have been on a downtrend, yeah? Lower lows, below VWAP, below moving averages. So now the question is, has it found support? I will not be eager to be going bullish on a stock like this one. Yeah, it's known for a lot of sideways as well. If $44, this is one of those stats. Yeah, because its charts remind me like the Western Digital of the world, the MU of the world, right? They are just doing cycles. That's what the computer have it doing. I mean, look at this range, my friends. You are in a range. The stock has been trading in the range of 40 to 40 to $45 if you are lucky. For how long? Since April? Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't be. I will day trade it. Yeah, possibly. But the ATR again, day traders they prefer stock that move the most. How do we know stock that move the most? ATR, average true range. If you don't know what that is, we will teach you that on the one-on-ones. Then PayPal. PayPal had earning yesterday. So PayPal in after hours, it was up a lot, and this morning I think it lost a little bit of that mojo. So on our chart on here, PayPal on the daily, I mean, it closed, the upper Bollinger is at 184.07. It closed at 184.60. And in pre-market, I haven't looked at it recently. I think it was maybe trading at above 190, 191. Yesterday after hours, it was much, much higher. So yeah, it's a great day trade. Anytime a stock gap, when I say gap, let's clarify. A gap is either direction, up or down, yeah? You find yourself in a perfect scenario of applying your rule, yeah? Above VWAP, higher high. And trust me, if you're patient enough, the trade will naturally come to you in the right direction instead of vacillating between hot and cold. Put your chart, 5-minute chart on the left-hand side, 15-minute chart on the whatever on either side, and you will see. But patience, my friend, it's better to come in later in the trade when the direction is clearly established. So that's that. Under, I think I saw UPS. I'm not sure if UPS had earnings. So people who are asking this, they know more about this stock than I do. So 123, the upper Bollinger was at 122.69. So another one, if he had earnings and they are not telling me what the pre-market is here, well, is there room for any higher? Again, yeah, he has earnings. So I can see that on here. Or he will have earnings today in any case. So candidate for day trade. This is the Thursday. We talked to you about the Thursday of earnings, right? Every single week during earnings season. Those 4 Thursdays, these things just go. So the market will be moving today, and we saw that in here. So let's quickly see if somebody else posted something else. Nope, we don't have anything else. We have up to 18 people who are concurrently viewing us. 38 playbacks. That's fantastic. We appreciate that. One final. Let me switch screens before I flash for you the most recent standing on the equity. On US equity earlier, I think the indexes, they were just dipping below 1%. If I can find that screen, because I have so many, yeah. So market view, yeah, SPY is still hovering at minus 1.2%. QQQ is actually the most resilient one at minus 0.9%. What a surprise. And from the individual stock perspective, I mean, I can just go here instead. So PayPal, we were talking about by how much is PayPal up? PayPal is up 4% at 192. Okay, so that's a glimpse of green in a sea of red. Oh, Telex is into poetry now. Wow. So PayPal is green. What's the other one that people were looking at? So UPS, United Parcel Services, did they have earnings as well? 9%. Whoa. All right. So the stock was yesterday trading at 123, and now it is trading at 135. So let's see I can provide opportunity here to say, hey, people trading it, are they bound to make money? 135. Implied volatility, yes. Implied volatility here was decent enough, folks, meaning that if you had, let's say, the 130, is even at 136, if you had like the 134, 130 calls with this delta is updated. So meaning you stand to make 10 points. This could be like $8. The 130 calls, they're going to pay big. They're going to be $10. So just check it out, just roughly. They're going to be north of $10. What am I doing? I'm multiplying the delta by the number of points that are given. So $8 here plus $1, but I mean, that's just roughly, right? So there's $6 in the money. And then the implied volatility, let's see, did they jack it? Yeah, it was jacked up compared to the 30-day average. It's a little bit, so we'll come down a little bit. So yeah, if you traded this one, you took a gamble on it, you are rewarded this morning, I think. Okay, folks, I appreciate you, everybody. So thank you for once again showing your commitment. We hope that you have a great trading session, and we will be in the Discord room, and we'll catch you later. Later today, as we did every Thursday, we are going to be sending you a link for the live broadcast from, let's say, 3 p.m. all the way to the earnings of the big techs. So bring the popcorn, Mr. Beto and everybody. We will be in there. And yeah, we will be in there. And I'm going to make it a point that well before the market close, I'm going to give trade, that's what we do on here. I'm going to give us strangle and or straddles to go into Friday. Thank you, everybody. You have 4 minutes back to reset your mind, to reset your body. It's only Thursday, folks. You have plenty of time to turn your trading week around. Thank you. Bye-bye.